How's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel for another 1/6 scale third party review. Before moving on, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and let me wish you a Happy New Year. So today we got from SooSoo Toys Hermann, from the Watchmen TV series and the movie as well. It's the character named Rorschach. I think it's the way it's spelled. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. This thing is a German name. Anyway, this is the package that it comes with. Here in the front with the design of our character, Hermann SooSoo Toys. In the sides you got as well the same lettering, and in the back as always some warnings and some tips about how to use the figure. As it is usual with SooSoo Toys, you got a backdrop as well that you can use for our display. You can see there Rorschach using the grappling gun to attach to a building, I suppose. It's a nice backdrop that you can always use if you want to. Then here in the first layer you will find our figure, a hat, extra hands and the 3 ink blot masks. This is the first layer. Then in the second layer we will find the rest of the accessories, the display base, you can see the signboard there as well. I'm going to take everything out, display in the light box, and you will check them closely. Here we have everything that comes in the box with our Rorschach or Hermann from SooSoo Toys, and we are going to start with the hands. These gloved hands come in this very dark brown color, but the paint application is quite good. You can see the wrinkles in the gloves. They look very nice. The fingers, however, are very stiff. I suggest you to heat them up a bit before forcing them, because I'm afraid that maybe you will crack them up as they are very stiff. Anyway, these are the relaxed hands. Then you got 3 extra hands, but they are used with some accessories, so we are going to check them later on. We're checking here now as well. This signing board, the end is Nike, looks pretty nice portraying the wood. I really like the way the painting application they did on this. The cracks as well looks pretty good. It's not very heavy, you will not have any problem to hold it in hand, and I think this board belongs to the comic, not to the movie. I only watched the movie, I didn't watch the series. Anyway, this is the end that you can use to hold this signing board if you want to. I don't think you will have any problem. Just take care not to push with too much strong so that the paint will not pass to the ends. We got then our gas powered grappling gun. That looks pretty nice. All the paint application, the different colors on it really look very well done. The gas chamber in the back, the grip, all the details on this gun look very good. Then you got this the hook that you can remove if you want. It's quite easy to remove, you just need to apply a bit of strength, it will go out pretty easy, and then you can choose to use the other 2 accessories that belong to this grappling gun. Just need to attach them in the center. It's quite easy, you just need to find the right direction, apply a bit of strength, and they will stay in place. This way you always have 3 options to use your grappling gun. With these 3 accessories there are a lot of poses you can do with your figure. Passing now to the Hairspray can, that is quite accurate to the movie. They are using the same brand as well. This is the one that he used to evade from the SWAT team. That's what I remember at least. Anyway, you got one hand that the purpose is exactly to hold this spray can. As you can see, this is the only thing this extra hand can do. Anyway, it's good because at least you have the option to pose him holding the spray can with one hand, and with the other hand you can use the fire flame. We got then here this small pencil that belongs to the Rorschach journal. It's an accessory that I don't think you will ever use it, maybe you can use with other figures. Anyway, it's an extra accessory. We got then his journal. The journal looks nice, you can see there the date 8485. It's a pity, however, that there are no any pages inside. This is just one single piece. It's only meant for you to pose it with him in the hand or something like that. There's nothing more you can do with it. Then we got as well this small, this is like a pin from the Watchmen, the logo, and you got the small fire flame as well. The logo looks pretty nice. Very small, there is no way to attach to him. You can use then some blue tack or something like that if you want to attach to his coat. Then you got the small fire flame and the bigger one. Both of them can be attached to the same end that we saw before, the same end that we use with that board sign. But the fire flame looks pretty nice with that orange vivid color, and this is the way you will attach it in the end. One end you can use with a spray can, with a hairspray can, the other end with a fire flame, and you got a nice effect, a nice pose that you can do with your figure. Anyway, don't make too much strength when you apply these accessories because the paint can easily pass to the hand itself. Before I forgot to mention, but the other end that you have, this one is to use with a grappling gun, is the only purpose for this end as well, but please pay attention to the fingers. Again, eat the hands up before you are going to push the accessories in. Finally, we got here the hat. This is a signature piece from Rorschach. Looks pretty nice. The color is the same as the gloved ends. You got then the purple there. The hat is all made in one piece. There's you cannot bend him or anything like that. But I think it does the job. I think looks okay, and it will be nice to pose our Rorschach with it. Then we got the three heads portraying the ink blot masks. They look pretty well done. The ears, you can see the ears detail on there. This is not made of clothing, it's just one complete piece. It will not move whatsoever, and they look pretty cool. You can use the hat without any problem in any of them. They are all the same shape. The hat fits perfect, but you have some gap that you can use the hat more back or more front as you want. All the three heads are exactly the same, so you will not have any problem with it, as the only thing that changes in these heads is the shape of the ink blot. This is other one, a more simple shape, but I think it looks good. It's always good to have options for this character. And then you got here the last one, is the one I prefer. I think is the one I will be using with my Rorschach. Finally, we got our display base. It's the same one that SooSoo Toys always deliver, but this one with the logo of the Watchmen in the middle looks pretty cool, and I think in the display it will look very nice to have this display base with your figure on top. Taking a closer look now at our Hermann head sculpt, which I think looks pretty amazing. You can see the blood there. It's like it's wet, giving that shining look. Looks very well done. From what I remember from this character in the movie, I think this head sculpt is spot on. All the wrinkles in the face, all the details look very good. I think for me this is one of the best head sculpts SooSoo Toys made to date. The blood detail, the face detail looks pretty amazing. The hair is very well sculpted. I don't have any problems with that, but it's really the face and the eyes and this like expression that really kills on this figure. I think SooSoo Toys really did a very good job with this head sculpt. As for the outfit, as you can see, the coat is different from what we see in the promo pictures, and many people are happy with it. The material of this coat is not clothing, it's some kind of leather, I'm not sure what material is this, but looks pretty good. The coat comes already as it is, you are seeing now. I'm not going to remove the coat because I think it looks perfect like this. The detail on the coat and the coloring, the painting looks very well done. I really like the way they did this coat. Normally the coats are very easy to miss the details, but this one I think look pretty good. Of course you can adjust the color if you want, you can put it up or down. I prefer mine up. And then as you can see, this strap here, it doesn't come attached. I think I will attach mine. I prefer to have it attached then like this. Then in the inside you got that handkerchief, and you got as well a purple coat. I'm not going to open it because I really want to pose my figure as it is, and they already arranged it very well, so I will not take out the coat. Then we got as well the pockets in the coat that you can work with them without any problem. If you want to use him with the hands in the pocket, you will not have any problem with that. I think overall for the coat, all the weathering, the painting, the buttons, all the details look pretty nice. There is no any wire in this coat. I don't think it's needed anyway. Then the trousers, somehow these trousers remember me the Joker trousers. They are just purple with some white stripes, but they look quite okay. Then you got here the boots, they got some bit of weathering in the front and the soles with some detail as well. Overall for the outfit I don't have any problem, I think it looks very well done. As for the hat, if you want to use the hat with this head sculpt, you really need to take care because it's very tight fitting. So go slowly or you will maybe damage the hair and lose some paint on the way. As for the figure articulation, I found the body to be very sturdy, that you need to work with him a bit, but the coat does restrain a bit the poses you can do, especially on the arms. I think the body is sturdy enough as long as you take time with it. These kind of joints, you need to work a bit with them for them to get a bit more loose, because as they are now, they are too stiff and I don't want to push too much the body itself, because I don't want to have to change a whole new body for this figure. But you will not have big problems with posing, at least for the legs you got double joint in the knees. You can do any pose you want without any problem. You can see the extension is quite good, you don't have any problem with that. The boots, you also have a good movement, any pose you want to do with the shoes you will not have any problem, and then you can extend the legs as much as you want. Here the coat doesn't interfere as much. Anyway, I think for the poses you want to do with this figure you will not have any problem with this body. It's quite sturdy and looks pretty good. Before moving on, I just want to give you a quick tip is about the head sculpts. As you can see here, the main head sculpt, the hole is big enough to fit in that ball joint there on the neck, but the other head sculpts, the hole is too small. I really try to push it, but I cannot fit them inside. You really need to use a hair dryer, put some heat into it so that the material will get softer and it will be easier to install. As you can see here, the main head sculpt, the hole is larger than the other one, so you really need to go slowly. Don't apply too much strength or you may damage the neck. But for the main head sculpt you will not have any problem because it just pops in place without any problem or whatsoever. For the other ones you better go slowly and eat them up. Here we have a Rorschach from SooSoo Toys, Hermann as they call him. I really like this figure a lot. I think the whole set, it's really worth it if you are a fan of the series or the movie. I watched the movie back in 2010 I think, but after having this figure in hand for a couple of days, I really want to go to see the series as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review and I will see you in the next one.